You know what I don't understand? It's 2015 and TV writers still have no fucking clue how video games work in the real world. Regardless of genre, platform, or age, they appear to be stuck in the mindset that it's still the 80s where all games have high scores and levels. I mean, I understand that writers are under a lot of pressure to get their scripts out for shows that air on a weekly basis, but surely it wouldn't be that difficult to get a consultant for this kind of shit. Even the goddamn kids who probably actually play video games. All they need to do is show them the script and be all, "So how's this look, son? Pretty fucking stupid, dad." There, now they can actually try and improve to make it even have a semblance of accuracy. Imagine my concern when an American drama tries to tackle the real debacle and other issues around the gaming industry. Well, Law & Order SVU did just that. After 16 seasons, I'm sure they're getting a little desperate for storylines when the core of your show is about sexually abused victims. But come on, this is grasping at straws like I've never seen before. Let's have a look. Liar! The episode opens with
these two adorable little girls, and you know, they sat quietly. They just had a little tea party with their dolls, and
where the video game?
Half an hour.
Where my video?
Okay, this is set in one day, right? Right! Let's have a look at everything wrong here. I count about 5 polygons on screen. The radar doesn't work. Who the fuck puts the game logo on screen? This isn't like a demo or some shit, it's supposed to be an established title. What is that? Is that supposed to be part of a helmet or something? They missed the rest of the screen. Is that a ghost? 2 out of 10 Law & Order would not purchase your fake game. Looks like someone didn't want to shell out the cash to use a copyright game this episode. As such, some of our favorite games are going to be featured like Kill or Be Slaughtered, Night Shooter, Sky Battle, Splee and Garb. Creativity and made up game names at maximum. So we're at this, what's it called, Ice-T?
The IVL Finals, the International Video Game
It's
League.
like March Madness, but for video games.
Ah.
They're campers.
It's a camper.
Lazy creeps that hide behind stuff, don't engage, wait on you to run by and shoot you in the back. They're all pieces of crap.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of this going on this episode for the non-gaming / non-internet savvy audience.
Noobs.
Virtual reality.
Video games are so silly. Oh my god, it's the male gamer. Merciless, misogynistic pigs.
Just hold these 2 buttons down.
Go home, gamer girl.
Dear God, when will there be social justice? Okay, so these guys are angry because they believe this game, Amazonian Warriors, was funded only because the lead developer, Raina Punjabi, who is a female, was sleeping with a rich guy who has influence. Gee, I wonder if this is inspired by any real-life scandal? Hey, let's throw in popular internet YouTuber to show we really know what's hip in the gaming world. Maybe they blew this episode's budget on getting him instead of using copyright games. One of the employees from the booth for Amazonian Warriors makes the mistake of going into a public restroom in a show that features a lot of rape.
Now you fucked up!
So far we have male gamers shown as sexual assaulters, harassers, and ignoring women in trouble.
Detectives, my coworker thinks that someone's in trouble in the ladies' room.
What happened?
These guys, they just can't stand women in gaming.
What did they do to you?
They leveled up.
You serious?
So they bring in the victim for questioning, and after using a derogatory term nobody in human history has ever used.
They were just like total FALs.
Seriously, Open Dictionary didn't even have this shit. She explains that there's a growing online hate campaign towards the aforementioned Amazonian Warriors and Raina from Cobb's Addicts, which was that Game of the Year material you saw earlier, Kill or Be Slaughtered. This stems from Amazonian Warriors being non-violent, which for some reason infuriates them. We have Cobbs as an allegory to the first-person shooter gamers in this episode, you know, the ones who assault women, and a lot more as we'll find out later. Now, behold, one of the most I don't know what the fuck I just said lines in dialogue ever put to screen.
I read on Kotaku that it's better than Civ 5 with the Brave New World expansion pack.
Okay, well, the guys that attacked her.
I have a feeling that's not going to be correct when we actually get to see the game. At least the show will get something right. Kotaku is a shitty website. Okay, I'll give some credit to Ice-T. He does appear to actually be a video game fan of sorts, at least when it comes to violent shooter games. He actually even enjoys using guns in real life too, while also formerly being in the military. You know, he's a good example of how non-violent people can still appreciate these things without it having a deep dark side effect. I somehow think his input wouldn't have been as valued with this particular episode though. It might conflict with the already completely unbiased opinions they've had on male gamers so far.
This baby is off the charts. Why?
So they set up an elaborate trap to catch two guys who assaulted
Gamer girl.
because they bragged about it online and want to meet people in real life to give details about it.
Wrong move, player.
We were just kidding with that girl.
Nice try. No reset button in the real world.
What? There isn't? After they're apprehended, surely the scourge of male gamers has been quelled for now. No. It's gotten much worse.
Gamer girl.
The two perpetrators have become epic meme martyrs, becoming great motivators to underground gamers and hacksaws alike. Really? Fucking really? If you're not going to be subtle at all, you may as well go all the way. There. Perfect.
Gary and Zach are sacrificial lambs crucified on the altar of political correctness. That slut Sarah got off easily. Do not go where you're not wanted, bitches!
The first step of their diabolical plan for Reina is to give her a good old swatting, which is the prank practice of calling the authorities and making a false accusation about a threat at a certain address, making the people living there shit themselves when cops come barging in. Sure, this sort of thing has happened in relation to a certain debacle, which this episode totally has nothing to do with because it said so. But still, when I looked up gamer-related incidents of this in the real world, most of them were done to male gamers playing shooters. The threats towards Reina begin to mount up, namely around the launch of Amazonian Warriors, but as she has become the
face of women in gaming,
she feels compelled to not give in to the once average male gamer, now upgraded to super hacker terrorists, as you can see from them going full Al-Qaeda mode.
She's a whore who used sex to get where she is. And if she and her social justice warriors don't leave gaming now, we will make them.
قال فلم يجبني قال فناشدته الثانية قال فلم يجبني قال فناشدته الثالثة فلم يستطع أبو قتادة رضي الله عنه أن يثبت له محبته لله والرسول كيف يثبتها وهو قاعد مع الخوالف وهذا دين الله.
At least now we get to have a look at the genre-defining Amazonian Warriors. So this is the first thing you want to show. A skirt with serious clipping issues.
Better than Civ 5.
Good afternoon. I am Reina Punjabi. I'm guessing most of you already knew that.
I actually have no idea if that was intentional or not. So the writers look up only the most extreme feminist gamer tumblers with a hint of Fox News to come up with this DEFCON 1 level of happenings.
Bitches will die. No social justice in gaming.
Which of course involves the super hacker terrorist somehow successfully kidnapping Reina.
Game on NYTV.
Yes, more game puns, I live for them! If this episode doesn't have someone saying game over at the end, I'm going to be very disappointed. It doesn't take them long to track down the van she was abducted in, but this is just to establish that the super hacker terrorist kidnappers are treating the situation like a game. Anything to support the highly credible argument that video games cause people to be violent and completely morph their perception of reality.
This is a game to them.
My god. Feeling like they don't have enough felonies attached to their names already, they upgrade themselves to full-out rapists, which is of course the next logical step to stop women from making the video games.
This is what happens to slut bitches who mess with gamers.
Rape is a mod in level 16 of comms.
The only rape mods I could find for first-person shooters were just aimbots. I don't think our super hacker terrorist kidnapper rapists are doing it right.
I realize now that gaming is no place for females. So all you bitches should get out now.
They're able to locate where this video was recorded and discover that now they have guns.
Shit just got real.
Does he play video games?
Yes, why?
Where? Where does he play?
Man, please, don't you know video games are evil? The super hacker terrorist kidnapper rapists now with guns set up their own trap in an attempt to get Reina killed. But this fails and they decide staying nearby was the best course of action.
Drop it! Recoil. Not like shooting in a video game, huh? Actually, it's exactly the same.
Ah, this is a deep metaphor for the mental intricacies of a male gamer under the illusion where he believes he's playing a game in the real world. It really speaks volumes about the impact these shooter games are having on our kids, even though I'm sure nothing like this has ever fucking happened unless you're one of those people who believe school shootings occur because the perpetrator played video games. And don't even get me started on...
Game over!
Yes! Ice-T uses all of his video game skills to get the drop on the super hacker terrorist kidnapper rapist now with guns facing serious jail time.
Whoa, you camping back there? No.
Well, I'd hardly call that camping, unless he purposely waited there unnecessarily too long, which could have resulted in 2 police officers being killed, but you know, whatever.
Prepare to be slaughtered.
Women in gaming. What did I expect?
You didn't deserve this.
Whatever. I'm out.
And with that, no woman ever video games ever again. The male gamer threat was just too strong. Okay, so this episode was some stupid shit. Extremely biased, no idea about gaming culture. Trying to take from multiple controversies and meshing them together to make some weird inaccurate abomination which is borderline offensive to male and female gamers alike. It's very easy to make fun of, and sure it has to be overglorified because it's fictional television, but I will give it credit that I laughed multiple times, especially when they had no fucking semblance of subtlety, and a lot of other people have had some fun with it too, so I guess it has some merit there. I wouldn't recommend using this episode as a reference towards the current state of gaming though. It'd be like asking a cat why it doesn't feast on human flesh. It wouldn't understand and probably just run away.